Alright, now that you can handle traffic, let's talk about parking. Parking is one of the trickiest things for new drivers, but don't worry, I'll break it down step by step. With patience and practice, you'll be able to park smoothly every time. Keycap 1 General Parking Tips. Check mark. Choose a spot that's big enough. Don't squeeze into tight spaces unnecessarily. Check mark. Go slow. Parking should always be done at a very slow speed. Check mark. Use mirrors and look over your shoulder. Check surroundings for other vehicles, pedestrians, or obstacles. Check mark. Practice in an open space first. Get comfortable with the basics before trying tight parking spots. Light bulb pro tip. If you're unsure about space, get out and check before parking. There's no harm in taking your time. Keycap 2 Reverse parking. Most common in India, reverse parking is often easier than forward parking because you have better control. Follow these steps. Checkmark. Step 1. Stop parallel to the parking spot, leaving about 3 feet of space. Checkmark. Step 2. Shift to reverse gear and check your mirrors and blind spots. Checkmark. Step 3. Start reversing slowly, turning the steering wheel towards the parking spot. Checkmark. Step 4. As your car aligns, straighten the steering and continue backing in. Checkmark. Step 5. Stop when fully inside the space, adjust if necessary, and apply the handbrake. Light bulb pro tip. Use the rearview camera, if available, and side mirrors to judge the space better. Keycap 3 Parallel parking. Most difficult for beginners, parallel parking is useful for roadside parking in tight spaces. Here's how to do it. Checkmark. Step 1. Find a parking spot at least 1.5 times the length of your car. Checkmark. Step 2. Stop parallel to the car in front of the space, keeping about 2 feet gap. Checkmark. Step 3. Shift to reverse gear and start backing up while turning the steering wheel fully towards the curb. Checkmark. Step 4. Once your car is at a 45-degree angle, straighten the wheels and continue reversing. Checkmark. Step 5. When your car is fully inside, turn the steering towards the road to straighten it. Checkmark. Step 6. Adjust if needed and stop without touching the curb. Light bulb pro tip. If you struggle, pull forward and adjust your position. Even experienced drivers take time to get it right. Keycap 4 Angle parking. For malls and public parking lots, angle parking is common in parking lots. It's the easiest type. Checkmark. Approach the spot slowly and turn in smoothly. Checkmark. Make sure your car is centered within the parking lines. Checkmark. Reverse out carefully, checking for other cars and pedestrians. Let's practice. Stop sign exercise 1. Practice reverse parking in an empty area using cones or markers. Stop sign exercise 2. Try parallel parking with a friend guiding you. Stop sign exercise 3. Park in a public parking lot and reverse out safely. What's next? Now that you can park confidently, we'll move to Lesson 8. Driving on highways and long-distance driving. Get ready for higher speeds and safe overtaking. Car running dash.